Is the screen supposed to be black?
Okay, Twitch just kicked out.
Yeah, I was trying to get YouTube back. I've got it set for 6,000, and Restream is still complaining about Twitch. It says Mixer is on. It says Twitch is on. Okay, Pi says he hears Narc now. So that's good. Funk, you want to give me a voice check?
Voice.
Okay, so Pi, let me know if you heard Funk.
Well, that was half of it.
Let me pop over to YouTube and see if there's anything there or whether there's still... And Pi says, yes, I heard him, unfortunately.
Okay, I can see us on Twitch, and it appears to look good.
I can't see us on Blackstar's Mixer.
Yep, and I can hear myself on Twitch, and it sounds good.
No, it was just a black screen, Funk.
Okay, all right. Everything works now.
You should see the menu now.
You're welcome.
Okay, Lion, are you seeing anything on YouTube? Because we're unfortunately unable to load our own YouTube stream right now. We don't see it. Is that a macro? Isn't that what Lion chatted
Yes, he
when
did.
we started at 11?
I think he wants to have that out there.
Is Lion a bot? Oh my god, Lion's been a bot this whole time. We didn't know.
That's okay. You make that sound like a bad thing.
No, I'm just surprised.
Wait a minute. What?
Either that or Restream.
Funk's
either
mind
that
is
or,
blown.
either that or Restream chat's got a weird thing where it stikes. Yes, I can on YouTube. Also, I finished watching Fran Bo. Okay, you know what? He's just putting in the chat from the beginning so that it gets into the stream now because he knows we lost the first part of the chat.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Lion. Yes, we did see that you finished Fran Bo, and we're also hoping to do Little Misfortune and Fran Bo 2, assuming that they do one. All right.
I had a Jasper for us. I wouldn't mind if Lion was bots are people too.
So this is Nier Automata / Automata? Phenomena?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a JRPG by Yoko Taro. It's a sequel to Nier Gestalt and Nier Replicant, which is a spin-off of a joke ending of Drakengard, which is another series of very clumsily playing dragon-centric JRPGs on the PlayStation platforms. Yeah, they're weird. I mean, they're straight up weird. This game is pretty weird, but it's actually in some ways kind of more normal than some of the other ones.
Japanese are weird, man. But hey, we love it. So we're apologies for the stumbling for this start. Yeah, the game doesn't have an autosave. We're trying to push Narc to go to easy. We're not sure if he's going to do it.
No, I'm not gonna. Lion's like, I'm not a bot. I just copied the thing about my cat in case you missed it.
No, we actually got. It's strangely enough, we couldn't relay that because we're having technical issues. In fact, I still can't get the YouTube up, but Twitch seems to be running.
Yeah, he can see it, but we can't, so who knows what kind of weird problem they're having. I don't know.
If you get it. Oh, now he's copying Japanese. So welcome for those of you just tuning in. We're going to continue on with this in a very short while.
Very hard.
If any issues come up, please feel free to relay them to us, because, we have a feeling that there's stuff downstream of us that we may or may not be able to even control.
All right, now die on this ending again.
Lives is designed to end.
So we're back up now.
We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
This is Operator 6-0. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood.
12H, we hardly knew ye.
Activate
12H.
manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
So now we have control. We're this
okay.
one here. We're 2B.
Well, YouTube
and-
seems to be up.
All right. Well, that's good news.
11B, down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
Hey, run into the white one.
The white one's in charge. We can't do that.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
Pi says he's played this a few months ago when he borrowed a PS4, but he didn't super get into it. I don't know. It's terribly curious to me. I don't know how the gameplay actually is, but it seems to have a bunch of different genres tied in.
We're in gameplay, yeah, and actually,
Yeah.
this will change perspectives and allow for a lot of different kinds of gameplay in it, kind of like the way Awesome did.
Yeah, or Alien, the Aliens
Yes,
that we just
yeah.
did on the C64.
I used to love
1D down.
the airplane World War II shooty game, top-down shooty games. I wish they made I wish there was a big new game like this. I would play the hell out of it.
I don't know. This looks pretty big to me.
This isn't the whole game. You run around
No,
with
no,
a
no.
big sword on your back and an anime haircut.
Oh, I know. Well, that's a different part.
Permission to assume mobile configuration.
Yeah, I just want this to be the whole game. Like if that was the whole game.
so here we
was
have
some
our-
kind of weird teenager.
Now we have our
friendship
first
simulator.
perspective shift here,
Ooh.
and we get a sword attack.
Oh, wow.
Now, okay, so this is like what's that mech game that had that?
Oh, there's lots of them, though. I mean,
Yeah, that's like saying, hey, what's that water I used to drink? Yeah, there's so many mech games.
this is like very Gundam-ish, though,
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe that's what he's thinking.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
You know,
4B down.
Just us now.
2B to Operator 6-0. All allied units down. The operation is compromised. Awaiting further orders.
Operator to 2B. We need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on
Do
the
it
local
anyway.
terrain.
Understood.
Yeah, Pi enforces. Yeah, it does do a lot of neat things, though. He says,
Yep.
well,
So-
get soon, 4B.
Yep, yep. So now we've got our third perspective shift.
now this is Halo
Wow.
4.
Like the music.
Oh, the music's fantastic. And by the way, this section is like, it's really super easy to die and blow the whole thing
Yeah,
right
this
here.
looks-
And
Stay
now
on
we're going to
target.
have another perspective shift.
Stay on target.
I like these games too.
This is like Sideways Galaga.
Yeah, it's a bullet hell
Yeah,
style.
yeah. There's a bunch of bullet hell-like elements in this.
Oh, level 2! No! Oh, jeez. I thought you were going to die there.
Hey, what do you think about Undertale, Narc?
I think it's really interesting. I have not fully played it yet. I've played some of it.
I did not know the gimmick when I played it. Everyone's just like talking about
no.
how great it was.
No,
come
did
on.
you die
It
already?
was pretty
Oh,
fun.
oh, we may need easy mode.
This looks hard.
I won't lie to you.
I
It
can't
kind
disagree.
of is. Oh,
Should put it on easy. Oh, look at that. Oh,
Now, do you have infinite ammo?
disgust me.
yeah. For the most part, ammo management is not really a thing.
Okay. Well, it seemed very, old school video gamey, so yeah, I would assume not, but...
It's also very, very based on the idea of memorizing sequences, and unfortunately,
Yeah.
I've forgotten everything I ever knew about it, which is not great for me.
Well, it's been a while since we planned on doing this, so yeah.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
No. If this were set on a higher difficulty than normal, the game would already be over. I would have blown it by now.
Oh, well, see, that's just it. That's what made me think easy might be the safe cushion.
Easy.
Lionel says, yeah, it's like Tyrian. I have a ship that's like a carrot. Pion 4 says, yeah, Funk, so you just went around killing everything?
I don't know what that's in response to. So, yeah.
Probably something that you were talking about with your gaming.
I don't listen to the things I say, and you guys
shouldn't either. Yeah.
Nobody should. I think the internet knows that. At least by now. I do find it ironic, though, in this particular setting that you had a massive evasion system that opened up into a very, very infinitely long hallway that was perfectly clean.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
So you could do combat.
Yes.
Activating short-range
combat boots.
Yeah, this is
combat.
Not the attire one would expect to hear just to have a combat pilot wear.
Yes,
No, it's okay. She has a scimitar.
Right.
For some
So
reason.
this is what most of the game is like.
Gotcha. Oh, who are these guys? These are
Well, most of the enemies in the game are these guys, and they're going to be referred to as machine light forms. As you can see, I've got the pod program here that I've got the really simple projectile weapon.
Yeah, it's your ghost with a gun.
Yeah, imagine your ghost had a gun.
I don't know why our ghost doesn't have a gun. He barely has a flashlight.
And you can also lock it on a target, which lowers the fire rate but improves the accuracy.
Nice.
I like that numbers come up when you hit them.
Oh, Pion 4 says, yeah, he was talking about you with Undertale, Funk.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, everything was dead. Yeah. I annihilated the whole place.
Oh,
so
yeah.
what are those red blobs?
Oh, the red blob. I mean, that's the bullet hell element of it. They're projectiles fired by the enemies.
Oh, okay.
At you. So, there are two kinds. There are kinds that can be destroyed by incoming fire or attacks, and other ones that can't be, and that you just have to avoid.
Void them. Okay. They just seem very slow for projectiles.
Yeah, they are, but they're going to fill the screen with them, so they can't
light.
be too fast.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like
and
that you can tilt up with your perspective, too.
Now we get a bigger guy.
Oh, hello. I gotta say, though, they look kind of cute.
Hit him with your big sword.
You
got two swords?
Yes. The default weapon set for this is two swords. We'll have other choices later.
And a big one and a small one?
Having one sword and swinging it harder, it's not a good enough heavy attack. You gotta have a bigger sword.
Well, here's my question. Why don't you have a gun?
I don't know. As far as I can tell, the only projectile weapons are used by the pods, not by your character directly.
Not to mention the fact that high heels are probably not the best combat footwear.
Hi, golfers in the chat. Hi, golfer.
It's in the future. They might be fine.
Thanks for joining us. Sorry we had such technical difficulties.
Proposal. Dispatch it as swiftly as possible.
You don't say.
Ah.
It's the Bagger 288.
I have no idea what that means.
Look it up.
Pion 4 says, yeah, I don't like how the optimal way to play is to tape your fire button down as you're doing everything else.
It's the lazy way to play. I mean, it's the way I play it because I'm bad. I'm bad at this.
Is it the dodge timing, or is it just the fact that there's a sequence of events
It's just like I'm not a Dark Souls player, so the idea of dodging and blocking is kind of foreign to me. I mean, it shouldn't be, but it kind of is.
Download complete.
Well, some of them, I mean, Dark Souls, it's down to like nanoseconds, I've heard, so...
Oh, yeah, see, like, I should have been able to evade that, and I failed. And so instead, it's using up a health item.
Lionel wants to know, yeah, is that an overcast mining drill? Pion forces, yeah, the dodges do feel great when you get them.
When you get them. The mobility in the game in general is pretty darn good.
Well, it looks it. I mean, from the camera and the perspective, and we're still doing 1080p 30, right? So
yes,
even so, 60's even better.
Actually, ran as fast as this person does. By the way, what's her name? Is it Nier?
It's 2B.
B2 or
okay,
B.
Okay.
Yeah, is it B2 or is it 2B?
2B.
Is it 2B?
2B or not 2B?
Yeah, exactly.
That is the question. There's no one's mind to fight with high heels.
Yeah, and there's the evade working.
Anyway, she runs really fast. That's impressive.
In high heels. See, this is what I don't get, is that the combat for this, in this footwear...
Heels. They're probably great.
I mean, Funk, you know what it's like to wear high heels.
I do, actually.
Yeah, you can't figure out, that this is how it would go if you were in the same combat situation.
I can work pretty well in stilts.
Here we go.
No, Cyborg, no, we don't need that joke again. Thank you, though.
I love the joke.
He's been trying to get your attention, Funk.
Better make sure he's actually dead next time. That was dangerous, man.
Two things.
You're 2B, right? My name's 9S. I'm here to provide support.
Copy that.
So, was that big old buzzsaw the Goliath you came here to take out?
No, just another defensive system.
Oh, well, I guess we have to find the target then, huh? I've got a flight unit, so I'll take a look around the perimeter.
All right, I'll work my way inside from the ground.
Pine Force says, yeah, you wait till he gets the mobility chips.
Yeah. So now they give you control in the first time where you're really not under pressure in combat.
So now you can actually do some
So
exploration.
now you can actually walk around, look around, take a look at the, how the controls work and stuff.
Okay,
but they're
so-
still teaching you stuff, so...
So where are we? Are we in a wrecked city, after this war was going on for a long time and we're looking at the rusty hulks of the ocean or something?
We're on Earth. I can tell you that much.
That's good to know.
What part? I don't know that we ever really know. I mean, for a Japanese developer, I always kind of assume it's Japan.
Do we know the year?
Unless they say not. The attract video actually says it's like the year 11,000 or something like that. I mean, it's like pretty far in the future, and a lot of stuff has happened. Most of which we wouldn't know about unless we had played those other games.
Right. Now, is it a spoiler to know what these characters really are?
Is she a dude?
Funk.
No, that's not where I meant. So no, you don't need to go there, Funk.
No, we do know that when our characters refer to their enemies, they refer to them as machines. We will get some descriptors about ourselves, I think, very shortly.
Okay, I just wanted to avoid spoilers.
I don't think we've been given any yet.
Gotcha. Yeah, Pine Force says, yeah, I died a lot of times in the starting area before I swallowed my pride and turned the difficulty down. Yeah, we're trying to get Narc to turn his pride down to get the difficulty easy.
So did I. So did I. But come on, at least we didn't have to repeat the opening. Like when I first downloaded it and started playing it, I mean that happened multiple times.
Well, this looks really cool. I'm liking this so far.
These machine life form things, they seem like nice guys.
They're way too cute to be combat.
Funny
things.
that you should say that. I wonder.
To be honest,
any reference will ever be made to that fact again.
Do you know what they remind me of? Do you remember those little toy robots you used to get in grade school that they would sell at the school bookstore and whatnot? They were little wind-up little toys.
Around, man.
Oh, Bloodlust is in the chat. Hi, Bloodlust. He says, "Oh, hoy hoy."
Standing around blowing bubbles. Why you gotta kill him?
Well, the bubbles are deadly. I mean,
deadly bubbles.
You just let the bubbles hit you, you die. However, your point is still well taken.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was a Japanese art style that they went with, or
What is it?
I was going to send you the map data I collected earlier.
Do
Why does
it.
everyone have their eyes blacked out?
that was going to be my next question. And how can they see in those masks?
And by the way, now it's
Side-scroller.
a side-scrolling platformer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, is it that jarring going from perspective to perspective?
It starts out that way, but it gets. And by the way, actually, the right stick actually controls the direction of the pod
Of
for
the light,
weapon,
you
but
can
also
change
the
it.
flashlight.
Oh, so
Nice.
Oh, Funky broke up there. And this is the lock-on mode, so I don't have to aim at these guys if I don't want to. I can just let the pod do it. It's fine by me most of the time.
I'm going to go back to Destiny 2 and be really
And wish
upset
that
my
Ghost doesn't have a
that
gun. Yep.
just exploded the lock on that switch. That's why she's got those heels, man.
Oh, you can actually grab onto him and he can carry you. Oh, that is neat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so going to try that with my Ghost in Destiny.
Tails in Sonic games.
Now, see, why doesn't Destiny was ripping off the bow from Horizon Zero Dawn? Why don't they rip off the combat drone in this?
And it's also got like a wave motion gun mode there where you can do a blast that kills a bunch of stuff at once.
Iron Force's nice shot.
However, that doesn't automatically aim, so you usually should lock on before you use that because it's really easy to waste that.
Exit confirmed closed.
So open it.
Negative. Nearby enemies are jamming our signal.
Nothing's ever easy.
No, unless you set it to easy. Now, are these combo attacks that you're doing?
It will kind of do some auto chains if you do things like you can chain like a jump with the heavy attack, so it does a ground pound.
Wow, I love that it's swinging the arms in the air the same way that Fry was in Futurama, trying to attack robots.
Yeah. Which is also kind of unintentionally cute.
Oh, look, they've got little thingies that they're floating around in.
Does that make them more like Daleks? I don't know. The cute style in it just makes me think that are we really the good guys in this thing? I'm kind of tortured here.
You're jumping the gun just a little bit.
Oh, am I?
Yeah,
oh,
you are.
Geez, okay. I'm just going by. I've literally seen.
There's not a lot to be jumped here.
Well, guys,
if that is the case, like, we can't see our eyes, which is standard for suddenly to be evil in anime, right?
Yes.
Or like
Well,
Dead.
yes.
they don't
Or
have
racism.
swords or death bots and whatever else, and they just seem too cute.
Well, put it this way: there will be some a little bit later that are not so cute. There will be some distinction drawn between enemies. At some point.
True. They did try to kill you with a giant mining tool.
This is also basically the tutorials as well.
Bloodlust Honor says, Blackstar, stop having feelings for the glorified toasters. I can't help it. I'm way too anthropomorphic.
This way out? Yes.
Well, it's nice that the weather's okay.
I'm glad
At
you're
least.
here.
Why?
Kind of sunny.
Scanners like me mostly work alone.
Really?
Scouting out enemy lines and all that. I don't usually get a partner. It's kind of fun.
Emotions are prohibited.
Sorry, ma'am.
And another thing, stop calling me ma'am.
I also like that the robots
unnecessary.
keep giving these iron, or like
be
these
it
steel
is.
I-beams blankets. Every time we pass a pile of them, they obviously care so much about metal products that they give them blankets in case they get... Yeah, there's some right there.
Oh, there's also
Too cold.
the detailed
That's nice.
map on the right.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Well, what attack was that?
Oh, that's the wave motion gun thing from the pod.
Neat.
Instead of firing, the small bolts all the time, you can fire one big massive one, but it has a cooldown.
Oh, Lionel says, yeah, the cute bad guy dilemma is the same as Blink's 1 with the time monsters, except the bosses. So, yeah. Well, a lot of times the game sympathies, it could be just a design element that people just found attractive, and unintentionally so. Other ones is to denote something as far as the characters in the future that may change your, emotional resonance. So I just noticed them that they just happen to be, cute style little robots with, round faces and big eyes, the kind you see in Pixar movies and things.
But I think we can all also agree that grunts in Halo are cute.
Oh yeah.
And
well, until they
also
take the face
definitely
masks off. When they did that, they became horrible nightmares with the teeth and the.
I'm also failing to do it, but you can actually wound enemies enough that, you can do drop kick.
Wow. I just want to know where all these bullets are coming from. Or are these supposed to be energy weapons?
Used to use it as a weapons factory, but now it's just crawling with machines. The enemy seems to have repurposed the facility to increase their overall machine production.
So if we don't destroy it, they'll just keep coming.
Okay, so the machines have made this machine facility
Yes.
a facility for making machines.
Yeah, you're right. It's like, wow, what's such a perversion of the
I know,
normal
Mike.
state of things.
My God, they're reproducing. Oh, Linus says, let's not forget the ticks in Marathon, or benevolent Metroids, as I sometimes call them.
And now it's a twin stick shooter. I just thought I'd point that out.
That's awesome. Yeah, this is definitely a massive gear shift perspective. They're literally hitting every single one.
Ow.
Bloodless says, "Ha, grunts were cute. 4 out of 5. They turned them into horrors." Oh, Linus' Marathon 2. I mean, not the lookers.
They're Halo fan fiction to me. So I'm okay with that, and that's why I'm even okay with all the dumb stuff they're doing to the story. That's just fan fiction. That's Frankie fan fiction.
You think so?
It's Frankie
we'll all
fiction?
blame Frankie. Lionel says, "Machine making machines."
Were machines evil in the Matrix?
I think they had their own interests and agency.
Well, do you mean the machines themselves, or do you mean the AIs behind them? Because a lot of that was simply
What?
the AIs controlling them.
Nonsensical data from the old world. There's no actual meaning behind anything machines do.
Right, so there we go. Our companion is basically telling us, hey, don't listen to anything anybody tells you or that you hear, because machines don't have logic or, agency or anything like that. They're just machines you have to fight. Don't pay too close
you
attention.
believe them?
Yeah, exactly.
Now that's interesting. I like that.
Well,
the box dropping with the robots inside them, it's a new and interesting way to deploy enemies in a way that doesn't just spawn from a monster closet. That's kind of cool.
Oop.
Now, can you fall off this map into the
No,
molten
falling to your death is not something that happens that much.
Okay, all right. So you can't accidentally super bump yourself off the map here.
That's what you think. Let me play.
Funk will find a way.
But between the pod with the projectile, aimed, non-aimed, several different perspectives, as well as 2 melee attack modes, and of course there are other optional weapons.
Now you're using the controller, so
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, because I'm paying on Xbox. Am I going the right way?
This game was definitely made to be used with a controller.
Yes, that is absolutely the case.
Lionel says, quote, "Who's that? Durandal? Never heard of him. On with the AI genocide." Pie on Force says, "Yeah, that's quitter talk." So my question here is, do you think, not only for the genre changing though, but do you think it also helps with repetitive stress, because your perspective is changing the whole time, even though the controls are the same though? Do you find yourself having to maneuver the mice and your fingers in different ways that reduces stress?
Oh, I don't think this game
does it overstress everything?
Probably stresses everything. I'd be willing to bet.
So this could be worse, not better.
Bloodlust says, yeah, when does it become an online card game? This doesn't have a card game in it. There are lots of games these days that do have that. Oh, by the way, okay, so here are enemies that have shields on their fronts, so you can't use the projectile weapons on them until you destroy the shields.
Well, if these were machine robots, wouldn't they be like wanting to make something a little bit more flexible like you know? I mean, you've literally slaughtered thousands of people, right? So
Yeah.
maybe they don't know how, or maybe they can't. These little, wind up robot feet. Okay, now these guys got feet. They can roam around. Okay.
Yeah, so you need to use at least one melee attack to get rid of their shields.
Okay. So do they continually get more progressively advanced the further you go? Like, you're being attacked by the primitive versions, and then the more advanced ones are...
Yeah. Oh, and there are lots of different kinds. I mean, they're not even way more than the ones we've seen.
Cool.
Oop, ow.
Are there any cat ones?
Oh, I don't recall there being any cat ones.
To be honest, I would expect us to have the cat thing, because...
Oh, I want a cat thing.
Japanese.
The range on that pound is a lot more
it's
than
kind of big.
It's a lot more than I think it is. And twin stick again.
Mm-hmm.
Remember back in like 2008 when all the best cat videos on the internet were from Japan? Why was that?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Explain that to me.
Discipline.
Why were they ahead in cat videos?
Our cat videos are light years ahead of the competition.
We're also ahead in game shows. Like, so a lot of these game shows that you could see from Japan back in the 90s are finally showing up here in the United States in slightly different forms. Like,
I would certainly think they've gotten more physical. I mean, there are a lot more game shows out there that are far more active than just like answering questions or, sitting around talking.
Oh, I went to an arcade.
Yeah?
And,
What'd you play?
I surveyed the entire factory.
Oh, I couldn't play anything. I don't have enough money. But
Maybe they
Knew that was coming.
I don't know.
cousin
Did somewhere?
played this game where he stuck his hand out in front of him, and then like he controlled the game with his hand. He didn't do anything. Like, he didn't have to put anything on his hand or press any buttons.
Well,
He
yeah.
just-
Didn't you see Back to the Future? You use your hands?
like
That's a
that.
baby's toy.
Is that?
It was like what you could presume the Back to the Future
birds?
games were like.
Yeah, there's more plants and animals here than there
Japanese
used to be.
thing. None of the instructions were in
Probably because
English.
The environment's changed.
We slowly figured it out, and it was really cool. So it cost about 50 cents, and he played for 10 minutes. It was the best deal in the whole arcade. No idea what we were doing for a lot of it.
Why do you kick the boxes? You can't just open them like a normal person?
Okay. So
It's like, can't be bothered, can't be
haven't,
bothered.
We haven't talked any about
already
the
had the
the
kick
presentation of the characters, including the skirt and the stockings and the low cut bodice and all that kind of stuff, and the high
I did.
heels. And
I said that's not a flight uniform.
and the fact that the character presents like a runway walk here. I mean, this is literally not.
Yeah, to me, this is all Japanese.
It is highly
fetish territory.
It is highly fetishized. Now, I will give some credit to Yoko Taro, because when they ask people like the guy who does Metal Gear, like, why is your sniper naked? And he said, that's because she breathes through her skin. And when you ask Yoko Taro, why are your combat characters in miniskirts? He says, because I like them. So at least he's honest about it. He does. Like,
I want them all to be porn freaks. So,
there's no bullcrap diet. Yeah, Pine Fest like, oh god, the skin breathing thing. It's like, yeah, there's no nonsense diegetic bullcrap explanation for why the androids are wearing miniskirts. It's just because the guy who made the game likes it and he thinks players will too, and that's it. There's actually an achievement for trying to look up the character's skirt.
What?
Yeah, there's actually an in-game achievement for, like, when you're on ladders trying to maneuver the camera below so that you can look up the character's skirt. There's an achievement for it catching you trying to do that.
Okay, yeah, political correctness and non-objectification of women is not a part of Japanese combat
Well, no,
games.
if you think about it, the game is just like we gave you a character with a skirt, we know you're going to try and do that. We're going to tell you no, you can't, and then give you an achievement for trying. It's kind of weird, though. I mean, the whole thing is weird.
Ugh.
By the way, that bit where you can't save and you have to do the whole thing over if you die,
Yeah.
we're still in it.
Wow. All right, well, all I can say is don't screw up.
Yeah, I'm hoping not to screw up.
Lino says, yeah, Funk, was that arcade in Japan? I would probably venture to say no, considering your travel expenses.
So the reason why she kicks them open with her high heel boots like that is just because it looks cool. I mean, that's literally the only reason. There's no other reason for it.
All right. Well, that sort of explains it.
Now, I do want to... Oh, yeah, so we haven't even accessed the menu yet, so it's telling us stuff like, oh, this is what's in here.
Bloodless says God of War has the best chest opening animation. I wonder what that's about. Have you guys played God of War?
I have not. No, it's another... I think is that a Sony exclusive or not? I'm not sure.
Possibly.
Yeah, God of War is on PlayStation only. You know what game has, in my opinion, the worst chest opening?
And what?
Minecraft.
Really?
Every time I open a chest in Minecraft, I just think, geez, gotta open a chest. You know? It's a pain in my butt to go in the chest.
Pi says, yeah, the aesthetics and decisions of players' hands in video games. Yeah, it's kind of weird sometimes, and I'm sure there's some cultural biases everywhere. Just, this is where this gravitates to.
Okay, so there are health items, but there's also...
Here looks like original
There should be
X.
another facility across that bridge. It's a bit of a hike, but should we check it out? It's not like Command to get a location wrong. I guess even they get bad intel from time to time, huh?
My question is, why, if he had still had a mech, why he couldn't give her a ride?
Alert. High-power jamming detected. No response from long-range communications.
Doesn't matter. I'll just take him out.
Wow, so it looks like you got the raspberry. They're jamming you.
Why not just jump over the hole?
Or better yet, dig a hole in the ground and go under.
This bit, I think you actually can fall off to your death.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's progress. Now, there were sections where you grabbed onto the bot and the bot carried around floating through the air. Why don't you just get out of range of them by jumping and flying in the air?
I don't think you can get far enough to escape that way in this case.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, I'm missing my chances to do serious damage on these guys, unfortunately. No, no. No, 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 no. Yeah, see, I'm staying alive by staying very far away, which doesn't give me a good opportunity for attack. In this case, it doesn't matter, though, because you don't have to win that fight, you just have to get through the stage. Until this happens...
Target enemy detected.
This is about 47 gigabytes line on Xbox One.
Jesus Christ. That's big. I have not seen a bullet hell in this, this type of. I haven't seen this kind of bullet hell before. But I guess this isn't quite bullet hell. It's just kind of shooting stuff at you.
Oh, damn. Oh, and then I missed getting an attack on him. Okay, there we go. Got a little bit.
This guy deserves to lose because.
You think?
Yeah, because he could just face slam you, smash his whole gigantic body onto the ground, and then you'd be super dead.
To me!
An oil rig? What is that?
So,
What's your status?
This is the target. I'm going to destroy it.
Right.
sure you are.
I'll provide support.
Quick, aim for the glowing spot. The weak spots always glow.
By the way, the only thing that's saving me right now is the fact that I have a plugin that is auto giving me health items when I get too low.
Oh, really?
So that's why you can see the bar, and you can turn that off. Like if you find oh, that makes things too easy, you can turn that off, and that's one of the things that gets turned on by default in the in the easy mode.
Right.
Such thing is too easy.
I gotta say though, this kind of, quote-unquote boss type battle, you would kind of expected like the end of the game, Like I remember Mass Effect, we didn't get this until the last bit.
Yes.
We've just started.
And by the way this thing does, right, it comes at you and it breaks down the segments of the bridge. So it's like if you don't sense that it's doing that and react, that'll just kill you. It'll knock that segment off and
wow,
you'll just be dead. Ow. Yep, see, medium recovery use. I only have one left now.
Yeek.
Hacking in.
It's okay, this fight should be ending soon.
I hope so. Whoa!
Or at least this phase of the fight will be ending soon.
What just happened?
It tried to fire missiles at us, and our partner 9S hacked the missiles and fired them back at him.
Wow.
Boost!
9S! Nine-S!
9S black box signal detected. No response to communications.
I'm going after him.
Oh, what happened to her swords?
Oh, did I switch weapon sets by mistake?
I don't know. Did you?
There is a key that switches to another weapon set, and that weapon set I think has like one sword and like a melee punch.
Support request
Okay.
to command.
Negative. Communication.
Nope, they're the swords. All right, there we go. It's fine.
Yeah, I was curious why you didn't want to jump on board and have it try to kill itself with its own claws and things.
Oh, don't worry, we're getting there.
Well, I mean, how else would you defeat it? I mean, there's so much metal.
You could use jet fuel. I hear that melts steel beams.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking of the scale of it.
Not biting on that.
Not to mention the fact that, yeah, I mean, they don't have a lot of inventory items. And he just lost his mech, so I kind of thought maybe they would self-destruct it or something, but, if he lost it.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
That's going to need a poultice.
He's a robot! Does that mean he's a spy? Wait a minute, that means we're both robots?
We both don't have eyes.
Robots fighting robots. Well, yeah, the eye thing I was really curious about.
So it's just like real life. Like blind people, robots.
You think?
This game, no eyes, robot.
9S.
Lionel says, "You think you can intimidate me with just your size? Come on, let's see what you can do."
Pod, get me staunching gel and logic virus vaccines. Then access the...
Inadvisable. The subject's vital signs are too poor to attempt field repair in
Shut
current...
up! Just do what I say!
2B.
Off his blindfold.
You shut up too.
We're soldiers. We take pride in our service.
HO-229 Flight Unit. Command 677 received. Usage rights transferred from 9S to 2B. Requesting acknowledgement.
Please.
Take the free Mac.
All right.
Only got 6 payments left.
Yeah, don't you have to put in a password or something? Pion 4 says, "Hey, Fungmon, how about that fake moon landing, hey?"
Her voice is her passport.
Well, you know
Verify
what?
me?
If I've learned anything about how dying people giving you machines works, they're going to need to go to court and set up an estate for that guy. And then maybe in a month, if his debtors don't try and take the stupid Gundam machine, then she can use it.
Oh yeah, I think I don't have the pod attack now. So I don't have the big beam.
Okay, how can you kill something that technically isn't alive?
It talks? I didn't know the machines had that kind of intelligence.
2B. I found a weakness in the target.
Let me guess, it glows.
To provide support.
Well, the eyes glow. I mean, they're weak point.
Control
That's what I was thinking.
on the enemy's upper arm. Use your pod. Should be able to take it over.
I told you to shut up!
Control of upper arm. Seized from enemy unit. Marking weak point.
Got it. Seize its control system.
Affirmative. Infiltrating enemy subunit. Behavior table adjusted. Balance controls overridden. Enemy unit subjugation complete.
Now we're gonna beat it to death with its own arm.
Own arm. Well, here's my question. Why don't you use the one arm to knock off the other arm, and then it'll be armless, and all it can do is look at you?
We've already disarmed it enough.
Will you just die already?
It's gonna be hard to get that sword back. Bloodless on us. Yeah, 90s cartoons were a glorious time indeed.
We are actually going to come back later and get that sword back.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk about bringing the battle to them. 2B.
Contact command. Request assistance.
No. It doesn't look like that's going to be necessary.
Oh, great.
Wow, I certainly didn't expect a sentient line of oil rigs to be attacking this morning.
I don't imagine that this is going to end well.
Take my Rubik's Cube.
It's ready.
Right.
Don't tell me that's a tiny thermonuclear device.
Oh, yes.
Requesting destruction of enemy hostiles via black box reaction.
Request accepted.
Doobie, it was an honor to fight with you. Truly.
The honor was mine.
Sort of like if the Halo series started with the last level of Halo 3.
Wow, so please don't tell me that's it.
No.
That's the end of the game?
Nope, that's the opening act.
I'm confused. Are you sure you're loaded the right level?
Oh, yeah. And that won't be the first time you're confused either.
Okay.
That also ends the part of the tutorial where you can't save.
Wow, okay. All right.
So having saved that, why don't we take a break and come back in a few minutes?
Yes, and see if we can alleviate our confusion. For those of you just tuning in, you are watching the Rampacy.net playthrough of Nier Automata. I am Blackstar with Narcogen and Funk, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Okay, we're back.
Hello!
And
Sorry, I had to get bagels.
that's understandable. It looks like it's our room. Can we go in there? Nope. Nope, not yet. All right.
So, has there been an explanation yet of why I think we're on a space station?
No. Well, you think we're on a space station because we are, so that's the explanation for that.
Well, I saw a window and it looks like a planet.
Here we go.
So, mission complete and all that, huh? The Goliaths were wiped out, and we secured a route into enemy territory. Now we can...
9S,
Yeah?
thank you for uploading my data to the bunker.
I did that? Sorry, I don't remember. There wasn't a whole lot of bandwidth down there, you know? I probably only had enough time to back up your memories. Mine are only intact up to the point just before we rendezvoused.
I see.
Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
Okay, she doesn't seem very happy about that.
Okay, I have to go now, but I'm going to scan the YouTube channel and crack wise in the comments while I'm driving, which is perfectly safe.
Yeah, oh,
I
sure it
encourage
is.
You to all do it at home.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
don't do that. Don't do any of those things.
Yeah, and remember,
don't-
kids, don't listen to Funk.
And Funk should also not do those things. Here we go. So here's your
No, he
explanation.
shouldn't. But he's gonna do anyway.
Glorious history came to a sudden and abrupt end when the world was invaded by aliens from beyond the stars. The aliens unleashed a new breed of weapon, machine life forms, that all but annihilated human civilization. The handful of survivors that remained fled from Earth, seeking refuge on the moon. 5204 AD. Humanity launched its counterattack, deploying an army of androids from a network of orbiting bases. But after more than a dozen large-scale descents upon the enemy, we still haven't managed to repel the invaders. That is why you, the Yorha forces, exist. To break this stalemate, once and for all. You are our ultimate weapon, and you must put an end to this war.
Understood, sir.
I wish you good hunting.
Glory to mankind. Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
That's not creepy at all.
So all that stuff there, starting from what, like 5201, I think is after both the other two Nier games and the Drakengard series.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now we literally have to... Oh, wait.
Adjust your brightness settings?
Yes, there we go.
Shouldn't this have done this at the beginning of the game?
Yeah, they chose to do it here. In fact, I thought they would do it like right after the self-destruct sequence, before putting 2B in the hallway, but I guess like later you went back to your room and then this is how this happens. The entire process is being recorded for posterity. That is important.
Oh, kind of like the marathon things?
Voice recognition. Your voice recognition is set to mute, which is not going to work. I'm going to call out to you now and make sure you can hear my voice.
Ma'am? Are you there? Can you hear me? Alright, are we good now?
I love this choices here. Yes, no. I'm fine,
Yes,
9S.
no.
There's something calming about your voice.
Thank you. Anyway, that takes care of the settings. Hold on. Your self-destruct permissions are missing. Wait a sec, we need to restore those. I could set it for you, but you should probably do it yourself. Regulations and all, you know?
So now you're expected to put self-destruct permission back on, and I think you can't even continue the game.
Continue without it.
This.
Wow.
Okay, good.
Bloodless says humanity. Fuck yeah.
You have to sacrifice yourself in order to finish it. So, once you're finished making adjustments, you can go ahead and close this out.
Bloodlust wanted Funk to talk about the shrooms on Mars. They're out of this world.
Morning.
Well, they would be. Okay, so we're robots fighting robots, and we're beamed back into different bodies on the space stations, right?
So we're androids.
The commanders put me in charge of your maintenance, ma'am. That means I'll be performing regular checks on you from now on.
I see.
Oh, don't worry. We 9S models are the best around, you know. Though I suppose we're not exactly known for our modesty.
9S.
What is it, ma'am?
Stop calling me ma'am.
Huh? Yes, please.
There's no need to be so formal.
Alright. If you say so.
Oh, I think Funk is setting up a joke.
I almost forgot. The commander was calling for you. We better go see what's up, man. 2B.
Yes, call me by my name and letter like other normal people do.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can basically rest/save in this room, but there are other locations where you can do it as well.
Okay, so can you switch to between who you control?
No, that becomes an element later, but right now we're 2B.
Ah, okay. Funk says, yeah, did I tell you about the book that I read on anti-gravity last month? Lionel says, is it out of this world?
I couldn't put it down.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You need to be near an access point to save your data. You can see access points on the close-range map. Be sure to save often.
Yes, please. Last thing we want to do is lose progress.
Right. So this is what the save terminals look like, at least in this location. This isn't showing. This isn't showing me a big map, but it shows you the mini map.
It does feature that we are kind of spoiled with auto saving now. You know.
Yes.
I like being spoiled.
This message is intended for the verification of your mail account. Members who encounter problems with the mailing system should contact their supervisors as soon as possible. Oh, did I get another mail? Wait. No. Also, there's a massive bug that I think still exists in the game that if you try and run around the space station the other way, the camera can get lost to a point where it's like almost impossible to control anything.
You're kidding.
No.
That's funny and yet frightening at the same time.
Try not to actually die. Yeah, so basically, after that battle, 9S saved our memories and uploaded them here. So the body that got our personality put in it up here now remembers everything that the player just did. But he doesn't. And eventually that becomes important.
It was probably a good thing. I'm sure it was very painful.
No, that's 9S's room. Let's go into 9S's room.
Is there an explanation beyond the fact that designer liked it, that the future is, defended by android fetish bots?
No, it is not directly referenced at all within that context. And I would say basically the idea is that, like, androids were made to look like humans because humans made them and they wanted to, either for sake of convenience or because they liked it or for other reasons. Or whatever,
because they were made in Japan with somebody with severe personal issues.
Oh, that's Operator 50's room. Oh, and Operator 50 is here. How about that?
My God. In her own room.
Have you been using recovery items? Yes, I've been auto-using them. Everyone in the R&D team is really proud of them. You can even buy them from terminals in your quarters. Give them a try. All right, so yeah, like when you kill enemies, you pick up G, gold or gluten or whatever the currency is. And from these terminals, you can buy recovery items. So all the ones I started with, I've used. But I've got 10,000.
Maybe it's Glimmer.
So yeah, basically could be Glimmer.
Now, can you cheat?
I don't know if there are any money exploits for this game. But there's also a bunch of other stuff. So, for instance, like whether or not you have a hit point gauge in your HUD is determined by having a plugin module installed. Enemy data, skill gauges, text logs, your mini map, your experience, your whether save points are nearby, whether the enemies bleed numbers. Like everything is customizable. Oh, you want to turn off damage values?
Well, I mean, it's up to you, but I mean, personally, I think after a while, I remember the first time I saw it where in Halo you didn't have it and suddenly Destiny you did.
Right.
And I remember thinking that, my God, I feel like I'm looking like an Excel spreadsheet. And while it is useful, I personally just would rather have that information like somewhere else to view rather than floating over the body of the person I'm shooting at. Bloodless says, yeah, even in the far future, there's spam mail. He also says, oh God, anything but the gluten. Yeah, we don't want those G's to be gluten. That would be bad.
Okay, so I have HP gauge, skill gauge, enemy data, minimap, objectives, text log, save points, damage value. So I think if I turn that off,
we will no longer see
numbers
floating in space.
Bleed numbers. Yeah, and we can turn that back on at any time.
I just think it looks a little silly, but I guess in games and in certain combat situations, augmented reality is going to be a thing where that's commonplace. So I guess in this context, it seems logical. Not to mention the fact that they're androids, who I'm sure with HUDs.
Is the control room or is this the hangar? I think this might be the hangar. In which case we don't want to go here right now.
Funk says, oh, so we aren't supposed to remember stuff, so we'll slowly discover parts of the conspiracy, and then by the end of the game, we'll convince 9S to be our friend and go rogue. I think he's jumping ahead.
Okay. Oh, can I not... It says I can afford that.
Oh my God, there are
I don't
mushrooms.
have materials. Yeah, there are mushrooms. Oh yeah, there are mushrooms. Down on the surface is a whole bunch of stuff.
Glory to be mushrooms.
Okay, so that chest I can't open yet.
What is that forward slide thing that you just kind of like
that's
float over
the sprint. That's the sprint animation for the character.
Is that the sprint mechanic?
And it's bound to the same button as the evade, so basically 9S got lost. See, this is the camera bug.
Oh my God, really?
9S got stuck in the elevator, and so the camera didn't want to navigate away from him, so then it can just get lost.
They're not the most advanced androids. No, he's basically just mirroring everything you do to catch up and stay with you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, have we done a full orbit yet? Because
yes,
this hallway's all the same.
Ah, 2B. Maintenance finished? Yes, Commander. You detonated your black box in order to defeat the enemy. Bold, but risky. Try not to be so reckless next time. Understood. I know you're fresh out of maintenance, but I have another mission for you. I need you to head to the surface, rendezvous with the Resistance, and do some recon.
Doesn't Yorha have a dedicated Resistance contact already?
We haven't been able to get in touch with them, so we'll need you to look into that as well. Understood.
Now, we can actually go around and do some world building by talking to all these guys in here, but we can maybe do that some other time.
Do that later. Yeah, I'm slightly curious. All right, if the black boxes are all they needed to destroy those guys, why couldn't they just send those in, I don't know, a missile?
That means we'll be getting flight units, huh? Better head for the hangar. Usually we can't get near flight units. They're way too expensive for us grunts. Too bad they can't mass produce these things yet.
You had one when I met you, you dumb jerk.
Not to mention the fact, how many did we lose on this mission?
Let's go.
It was just the one.
6? 8? No. All the other ones even flying in were destroyed.
Yes, you're right. At the very beginning, yes.
Okay.
But 9S had one, and we lost
those still
that
count.
I don't feel so good. Her balance sensors got damaged, so she gets motion sickness. No matter how many times I repair the sensors, the problems come back. It's almost like it's in her head or something. You guys take care of yourself so you don't end up like her, alright? Hey there, are you going down to Earth again? I'd give anything to spend more time in a flight unit. We'd all like that, but they're expensive, delicate piece of equipment, so they don't just hand them out. You combat types are the worst. Last time you used a flight unit, it came back with huge scratches on the side. What do you think fixes that, huh? We do. We work our fingers to the bone to get you a beautiful ride, and you go crap all over it. All right.
You don't have bones. Pie and Force says, hey, you can't call him a jerk. He uploaded your brain. Did he, though? Did he? For all I know, he didn't. Funkmon says, yeah, so they can be mass-produced, but they lie to him.
Why do you think they sent a combat model like you to a recon job? If all they want is intel, we scanner models are built for that kind of thing.
Orders are orders.
All right, all right.
You're going to have some new weaponry installed from here on out. I'll put up instructions for you. Make sure to commit them to memory.
Roger.
Shouldn't we have had that information before we left for the combat situation?
Alright, so missiles.
Wow, and the easy button. Now, can you hit the buildings?
No, there's no, like, destructible territory is not really, it's just a background.
Bloodlust says, yeah, so memory is a theme in this. Why do I get the feeling robot roofies are just gonna be a thing?
Robots getting roofied. I don't know. I mean, memory is kind of important, but not in and of itself.
Well, it's always been a big theme in Japanese sci-fi culture. Memory, identity, you know, whether you really are who you really are, has been a sci-fi theme for a long time.
Oh, ow. Did I just die? I just died.
Did you? You just died! Whoa! Okay, so is that first death one?
Yeah, I think that's the first actual death.
Didn't expect that.
But again, it doesn't really matter because it happened after that first sequence. If you die at the very end of that first sequence, you've got to go back and do the whole thing over.
See
here, it just dumps us back to this.
Scanner.
P2B.
Okay.
Why do you think they sent a combat model like you to a recon job? If all they want is intel, we scanner models are built for that kind of thing.
Orders are orders.
All right, all right.
Pie and Force says, people like writing about identity. Who knew?
Yep.
Good thing that happened now. Funk says, yeah, did we find out what the B means?
Oh, I got an achievement.
Maybe it's a battle? Battle
255 enemies destroyed in a flight unit.
Funk says, does it stand for boobs? I don't know, but robots with boobs don't need them. Oh, Funk says start the counter. Should we start the death counter?
I don't have it configured, but we've died just once, so I could put it up for later. I think the game may track its own stats, though, so I don't know if it's even really necessary.
Bloodlust types 1. We should put Narc deaths. Narc deaths equals 1. Oh, wow, that's a cute attack. Now, is there a trick for you concentrating fire so that both of you are attacking the same target at the same time to get it down quicker? I just didn't know if he was following suit or is he by himself doing his own thing.
You can specify his play style in terms of like how aggressive he gets, but you can't usually tell him to target specific things.
I like to tell him to just be more effective. Stop sucking.
Bunker to 2B, come in. I've set a landing point for your flight units. You'll be touching down quite a ways from the Resistance camp, unfortunately. Sorry for the trouble, but we can't risk the enemy discovering their position.
Understood.
Good luck down there.
Okay, so there are a bunch of chests like that where it takes it. They look like they're locked, and it tells you you can't access those right now. And they will be accessible later.
Aren't they fear that you're going to be tracked to the bad guy? Excuse me, the resistance.
Target location acquired. Marking on map. Proposal. Proceed to target location.
Minimap shows
Bloodlust
geography.
says, yeah. I see Russia looks as good as ever. It does look like that, doesn't it? Yeah, have we figured out where we are on the planet?
No, I don't know if anybody's ever said that.
Funk says, get good gun ghost, square guy. Oh, this is neat. I like this.
Yeah, so you've got a...
It's simple, but...
a 3D map, and you can rotate it, and you can control
yeah, it's
angle.
highly variable. I like that. I like that a lot.
Zoom in and out, so it's basically telling us, yeah, we got to go from where we are forward and then drop down a bit.
It's better than Google Maps.
And then
Funk
the
says
map,
presumably he can be upgraded. Pion Force says, yeah, this place looks too optimistic to be Russia. Yeah, see, now why is that not a thing? If you can do that, that would be highly useful in combat.
by the way, fall damage is a thing, so if you don't manage that correctly and you fall out of that mode, you will just face plant in the concrete and it will hurt.
Nice. Good. Well, it's good to know. Now, do you have shaders for your little gun bots?
Yeah, I think there are styles for those. I don't. Let me see if I have any right now.
Cool. Now, do you have styles or shaders for your character? Can you change outfits?
There are.
Or is that an upgradable thing later?
There are outfits and accessories. Yes. We don't have any right now.
Is there a combat one? Like actual, I don't know, fatigues?
Well, there are different weapons. Like for instance, in this case.
Yeah, you said there were weapon sets, so you can actually switch.
For instance, we've lost one of the two swords we were carrying.
We stabbed the thing in the head.
Exactly. We had two swords, now we only have one. So we have our light attack sword, and our heavy attack is now bare fists because we don't have anything else.
Okay. Now, did you have a choice on which sword to use, or it is always going to take away that sword?
No, you always start with the same two swords, and you'll always lose that one in that sequence.
Okay, so they decide you lose the heavy.
Yeah. And you notice there seem to be some of these guys here, and they're just kind of walking around.
Oh, wow. Okay. They're not killing people.
No.
I.e. you. They're
now,
hanging out with the grass next to the school bus.
There are some of them that I think won't become aggressive unless you attack them.
Well, is it attack or touch? Because if you accidentally bump into one... Oh, wait a minute. Is something fighting on the upper left? Look. Okay. Right there.
Yeah, we'll look over
What's
there.
That about?
That's the objective anyway.
Oh. I'm sorry. Whoa, is that a body?
Yes.
Oh.
So,
Kamina?
This is where the network features come in place. And some of this is kind of faked, so I don't know how much of that is real. But the idea is that just kind of like in Dark Souls, where you can leave other players messages, and sometimes you see ghosts of other players, like you see marks that show where other players have died, and when you look at them, it shows you like a little replay of how that character died in that area. So this is a corpse. It purports to be the depth of a player. It may or may not be. It may or may not actually be one. But these appear when you have the network features on. And when you come across a corpse, you have two things you can do with it. Retrieve will give you will give you chips, plug-in chips off that corpse temporarily, or you can repair them.
We're talking about chips,
and it makes a follower for you. I usually choose to get the chips, but in this case, I'll take the follower just for the heck of it.
Oh, that's just creepy.
So I'm gonna reanimate this body, and now it will look. You see the little clap.
Okay, yeah, that is definitely creepy. Yeah, Funkma said, camo bikini. He wants to see her wearing. No, I was just thinking of a regular military uniform. Okay, so is it a combat effective follower? Do you basically have now 3 fighters instead of
reasonably? Yeah, now we have 3, but it'll that will only last for a little while, and then they'll go away.
Okay. Well, see, I wasn't sure if it was around there or there are certain situations where you need to have a third person in play.
Yeah, not really.
We've been seeing more and more enemies like this lately. They just stand there and stare into space. It's pretty weird.
Hey, it's like, isn't it weird the enemies don't fight back and they just let us kill them?
Yeah.
Okay, so this basically gives us a map update, and it also acts as a save point and a mailbox. And
Lana says, "Is this Pripyat?" I don't know what that is.
Displayed from the system menu.
Map data, huh?
Well, I don't think it's Pripyat because of what's around the corner there.
Our satellite resolution isn't so hot.
It's the city that's near Chernobyl.
A general idea.
Oh, gotcha.
You don't let anything get in your way, do you?
But the save points are vending machines. And eventually we'll be able to use these as fast travel points. But if we come over here...
Thought maybe you're going to say you can put her in the vending machine and go boo to everyone who tries to use it. Funkmon says, "Hey player, you're a douche." That's a message I would leave. Wait a minute, is that a moose?
Yeah, it's a moose. If we get bait, we can ride them.
Is that moose to scale?
The school bus, like yellow school buses, are not a thing in Russia, so I don't think we're supposed to be Russia. In fact, it's weird. Like if you look at this, like look at that car, like that's not a modern like design at all. Yeah,
no, not even remotely. So is this like alt universe, multiverse kind of thing?
I don't know, because parts of the old Nier and Drakengard occur in what appears